it's not always us that do it. Like, it's not my mission to like convert anyone, or it's not my job. I mean, it's God that'll do it. But God uses me, and as long as I'm acting, even though I'm still imperfect and mess up, God can still use me. When you remember those type of things, there's peace, because, gosh, if someone were to try, I didn't think about this till now, but if someone were to try to look at like converting someone as like getting followers on like an Instagram platform or something like that, that would be terribly discouraging, and the wrong approach too. Because a lot of this has to do with surrendering to God and being a light. If you remember, Ghost, like that one reading in the gospel that we read on that last stream. Just by living a Christian life, like actually, and being present, not hiding it, you're a visible sign. And that's a big deal. If you remember, Ghost, remember that I don't know, you may not even had the chance to watch it yet, but I was talking about that clip from The Chosen where and to explain the Bible verse that talks about if one person, if you're forced to go 1 mile, like go 2. Even though I'm like quoting that terribly, like that act of like generous outpouring will like shock people, and reach hearts, and living a truly Christian life will do that, because they will be signs. Like the people will be signs of like, hey, something's different is happening here. Like, why are they happy? Why are they joyful amidst all like this suffer? Like, how are they able to do this? So then, honestly, all good things point to God. There's so many ways that and any good thing points to God. And I say that, it may sound crazy too, because with all the evil and ick and all this bad stuff, it's so easy to be blinded. But the blinding is darkness and confusion. Which is why as Christians we're called to be lights. Just by living a Christian life and being active. For people to see that love, the love of Jesus, sharing that with people, it reaches hearts. And even though I know, Ghost, you're kind of new, and I'm not trying to overwhelm you or anything. Honestly, I think the way you're just hanging out and we're talking, it's really good. But I imagine like the reason that not just you hanging around in chat, but that thanks, Ghost. I like our conversations too. But the reason that you're even curious, I mean, how many commercials have you seen? Like people talking about things and like you don't even remember it. You don't even remember how much stuff that you don't remember. But like that urge or that longing or that even just the curiosity, it's because you've seen how things are different. You've seen you perceived either a lifestyle, or you've witnessed, I think, the way that real Christians have acted or talked, or you just notice there's something different, there's something going on here. And I'd say it's the Holy Spirit moving. And yeah. And honestly, like as I say that, I'm reflecting like on my own life, and like what I'm doing now, if you were to go so many years back, I just wouldn't be able to do it. I was not able to talk this way. Not that I'm talking so great. When you hear me use words like I'm speaking loosely and all these like disclaimers that I'm may not be talking exactly, or not that I got everything right, but even to be able to talk like this, I wouldn't be able to in a previous state. And if you're just and seeing that transformation, that's one of those things that like catches people's attention. And when you eventually do get onto the other side, I'm not sure why I'm blurry. Let's see if my refocus. Okay. But oop, the camera going blurry made my head go blurry. Anyways, I feel like even though I didn't say what I meant to say there, I feel like I kind of already said it. But yeah, the change in me, I can't help but recognize God in the moment. Not that there still aren't other times where I'm like acting a fool or being ridiculous, but that's why I think God is calling me to talk more. Like I said, even my discernment, to be more active than contemplative. Still, contemplative prayer is important and good. But with vocation, recognizing that vocation comes from God, that people are called to different things. Like a Christian mother, someone that's called to the beautiful gift of marriage, the sacrament of marriage, that vocation. Well, they're not called to pray like a monk. And a monk is not called to live like a person that's married. A person that's in a single state, if that's their vocation, they're not called to live like as if they were married or as if they were a monk. And I know from too much prayer can be a bad thing, and like I feel like if someone might hearing me say that may like push on that. But what I mean is, if the prayer is reaching a point where it's no longer prayer and you're just saying things and isn't also hitting the heart or other deeper levels, then it could be disordered. Where if it's like keeping you from doing other things God has wanted you to do. So careful discernment, it's important. And having good people to help you discern, holy people, still imperfect people, but holy people. God moves like fire in those moments.